Hello and a very good afternoon, everyone. We are all set for match number 28 of the first phase of Indian Women's League. At one end, we have got Sethu Football Club hailing all the way from Madurai. They are all set to lock horns with Garhwal United, right from the capital of India. And this clash is going to happen at the National Centre of Excellence, where these two teams will be hoping to put up a show to savor. A quick look at the practice scenes. That's how Sethu Football Club, they were warming up, gearing up for the mind-boggling challenge that comes their way. They are in dream nick forever. I mean, they had a bit of a shaky start. They started with a win, but then kind of lost their rhythm for a couple of games. But now they are back, and how? Currently sitting comfortably in the second position. They will be hoping to put up a show that everybody will love. And more importantly, if there's one thing that Setu FC takes pride in, that is fighting till the very end. And they will hopefully showing that same spirit, showing that same mettle, showing that same attitude in this particular fixture as well. A quick look at how they start today. You've got Nirmala Devi, Durga, Babina Devi, Abigail Antwi, Linda Comserto, Doreen Graham, Malavika P, Tokcha Martina, Angela Subban, the Sticks, Ruchi, and Kavya Pakirisamy. On the bench, watch out for T. Hoseka, Priya Chetri, Shushmita Jadhav, a young talent but doing incredibly well. And of course, Karen Paes. They're playing under Manoj Joshi. And Manoj Joshi, another master tactician, and more importantly, someone who reads the game incredibly well. And Garhwal United, the team hailing from Delhi, the team who are coming to IWL after a phenomenal IWL2 last year. And truth be told, despite being newcomers, they have actually shown that they have got what it takes to hang in the center. And they have given a fine run to their counterparts for the money. They have taken things head on. They have not really wilted away from the center. Yes, things have been tough at times. They started with a 1-all draw against Gokulam Kerala. Gokulam Kerala, they were second in the last year. And then they went on to thump 3-1. They went on to thump Sesa Football Academy 3-1. We'll take a quick look at the starting 11. They're starting with Ernestina Deepika Pal, Sanfida Nongram, their skipper, and then Riba, Fragrancy Riwan, Shruti Kumari, Lind Kim, Linda Chanu, Alka Endwar, Rebansi Jamu under the sticks, and Esther Tingjukim. On the bench, they've also got a fine balance, especially with the likes of Jyoti, Monisha Singha, Mamta Kumari, and Joyce Larbi out in the mix. All these players, they'll be coming to the fore if needed, of course. Well, we'll take a look at the points table. We were talking about that Setu Football Club currently in the second position. 6 matches, 13 points. And despite the fact that they played a game more than East Bengal, I think they will try and finish things on a high here, at least at the end of that first phase. And Garhwal United, not exactly where they wanted to be, in the 5th position for now. But then they are fighting. 6 matches, 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats. But that is what we call baby steps, because when you're coming in new to a particular league, the highest league in the women's circuit in the country, I think you will need your best players out in the mix. And when we talk about best players, just because you've got them together doesn't necessarily mean they will be producing results. So today what we are going to witness is experience at one end, Manoj Joshi and his team and his legion of warriors, and at the other end, Garhwal United. They are a team who's new, who's fearless, and they are simply starting to scale the skies. It's not easy. When you start taking flight, you fall, you learn, you stumble. But at the end of the day, these will come in handy for the longer part of the journey. And that is very, very important, that you take your lessons extremely strongly. And now the two teams marching out to the center, being shown the way with the fluttering banner of AIFF. As the anthem goes louder. One end we can see the flamboyant blues all set to rumble, and at the other end it's a gentle yellow that stands out tall. And the pre-match rituals before we get down to madness, before we get down to some solid footballing action. One last round of the first phase of IWL. And then we have the second phase, which will be played later in this very year itself, of course, due to the international assignments coming up, of course. For the girls, today's officials, Mahi Tudu, the referee, Shushmita Rai and Sujata Palit, the assistant referees, and Snigdha Mondol, the fourth official for the day. A few smiles before we start rumbling out in the mix. Waiting for the two captains leading Setu FC is Linda Concerto, also their leading goal scorer of this tournament. She's got a hat-trick already, so 6 goals for Linda Concerto. We are seeing a lot of goals this year, which is actually a very promising sign. And at the other end, spearheading Garhwal United is another experienced Indian campaigner, Sanfida Nongram. For Garhwal United, it's all about youth, it's all about promise of tomorrow. It's all about showing the world that they are not here just as fodder for other teams. They are here to prove a point, and they will show themselves in the best possible way. They'll fight and they'll take the game right to their counterparts. And at the other end though, Setu Football Club, they'll try and establish their dominance. Well, we were talking about Garhwal's journey a few moments ago. So they started the league with a 1-1 draw against Gokulam Kerala, and then went on to secure a fine victory against Sessa Football Academy, 3-1. And to make the heads turn, they also went on to beat Kickstart Football Club in the very next game, 1-0. But since then, it has been a dry run for them. Were beaten by East Bengal 2-1, did come up with a solid fight, but that wasn't enough. And went down against Nita Football Academy, as Pyari Khaka scored the only goal in the game. And Shivumi Football Club, they were not mincing words. They went on to beat Garhwal United 3-0. But yes, I think so far that defense of theirs, the 4-player backline, it's kind of worked out wonders. And today, it's got Alka, it's got Linda, it's got Ernestine, and it's got Fragrancy. We are underway here at the National Centre of Excellence. On your frame, kicking from the left to the right in their flamboyant blues, it is Setu Football Club. And on your frame, right now defending and will be attacking from the right to the left in a light shade of yellow is Garhwal United. Garhwal United, they believe in themselves and they love to play from the back. Also, they bring in a certain amount of control when it comes to creating from the back. They are not really fazed by the fact that if they are conceding a goal early on, they are not afraid of going down in a game, but all they want is to learn the trade and learn it in a way that they'll remember. And an early cross floated in from that left wing. Kavya Pakiri Sami will be playing an instrumental role, of course. because so far in this tournament she's been in good touch. A bit of a chase out there for Shruti Kumari, but she has been muscled down off the park, resulting in a throw in for Setu. Quite a long throw, but a front-on collision, and both the players will need a second. Felt like both of them knocked the wind out of each other's lungs. Almost went face first into each other, trying to go for the ball. And it's always, again, at one end, both the players, they were trying to see the ball, which is an incredible thing. And both of them were undaunted. But at the other end, you also have to take note. Yeah, this time just a quick turnaround coming in from Linda Chanu. And Linda's shoulders was planted into the face. On your frame, Abigail Antwick. And a very menacing player. I think Linda Chanu, she'll take some time. In all likelihood, it's the shoulder of Abigail Antwi that's gone into her. Manoj Joshi, we were talking about him, someone who takes his time, someone who focuses on sticking to his guns. So if he's got a plan in play, that plan usually carries on. But right now, at the other end, things are looking slightly shaky, and Akshay Unni might have to make a change, not really sure. Linda Chanu, she is still pretty much down. That was a nasty collision that she had with Abigail Antwi. These are challenging spectacles, or these are challenging scenes, and something that you wouldn't like, because again, when a player's down and has to be stretchered out, it's not a very, very good sight to talk about. Well, we'll just get into the details of the players for Sethu Football Club. Of course, a few big names that they'll be looking forward to. One of them, their skipper for the day, Linda Comserto. Linda has been in excellent nick so far in this tournament, has found that goal-scoring boot of hers. Manoj Joshi having a quick chat with her players. Of course, the likes of Martina Thopcham, the likes of Doreen Graham, Nirmala Devi and Durga P, they have been tasked with the onus of forming that all-important backline. And that's a good spectacle. Linda Chanu back up there, and I think this is going to be very, very important. At times, it's important that you just get back up. Because when a player is down on the ground, it's not something that you love to see. But nonetheless, looks like things have been sorted. And just a few moments ago in the frame, we saw a very worried Akshay Unni. Dr. Martina is going to be the one to take a free kick here. The free kick actually went Sethu's way. Martina pummels it forward. And more of a clearance that had to be done. There wasn't any other options. Again, the ball was going back. Again, a lack of communication. If you see both the players coming against each other, and it could have been another collision, which wouldn't have been a great sight either. Kaveya Pakiri Sami to come up with the corner. Garhwal United under some pump here. Kaveya knocks it flat. It has been taken care of Another corner, is it? No, looks like the final touch. It came from a Setu Football Club player. And the goal kick going Garhwal's way. Falls in for Garhwal. A clear away. And Linda Chanu, just a few moments ago, was suffering. But back on her feet, back in the game, and always up for a challenge. I think that's how things change completely. That's an incredible ball forward. Riba Karsing trying to lay it off for her teammate. Fine cross towards the left, a chance here. And a timely clearance coming in from Tokchom Martina. She was not willing to allow an inch there. In fact, it was Nirmala Devi, apologies. Nirmala Devi quick to react again, a seasoned name in Indian women's circuit. Alka with the throw, Alka and Bar. Back to Alka. Here comes the cross, and that was a fascinating cross. Unfortunate, however, that they couldn't get a boot to it. Or it could have been troublesome. Alka Invar, she'll be delighted with that. Throw in for Garhwal United. Penetration into the box. And once again, dropping it. Dangerously close. And finally, Tokchom Martina. They don't want to take any risk at all. Gets it out of harm's way. Corner for Garhwal United. Some early pressure there from the IWL debutants. And a chance here for them to surge ahead if done right. Dropped in. The volley comes in, blocked away though. And finally taken care of by Doreen Graham. Then there comes Sethu, the ball smacked onto her back. Another effort from distance. Straight into the hands of Anjala Subba. Now Anjala Subba, again a phenomenal player. Moves along very quickly. Hailing from Nepal altogether. Quick knock onto the right. Does well. Go forward with the run. Malavika facing a bit of resistance. Comes up with the cross. Slightly flat on that one. And Abigail Antwi getting that first touch wrong. Again, could have been an opening out here. Lingdikim serenaded by a couple of players. And that's a good forward ball. Will have to come in faster if she had to keep the ball in play. It was kind of wheeling away from her. The throw in taken quickly, not the cleanest of collections. Pressure being mounted. Kavya, in fact, trying to come up with the cross and eventually denied again. Wins a corner for Setu Football Club. And decent defending there from Ernestine Teke. Hailing from Ghana. The corner will be floated in by Babina Devi. Another young talent. So many young talents in the Indian Women's League. These young girls coming up. It's such an incredible challenge. Here comes the corner. Headed away. But only momentarily. Possession lingers on. Another cross floated in, but that was more of a half-baked chance. Once again, pressure increasing. Nirmala Devi out of her defense, trying to aid her team in that attacking intent of theirs. Loves to take a lot of workload, loves to go up and down throughout the park, taking that responsibility of keeping their defense intact. A good couple of touches. Confida Nongrum plays it back to Alka. Shruti Kumari. And that has been knocked out of the park. Last touch coming up for Garhwal United player. Martina. Martina propels it downtown. And Ribansi Jamu had to cycle back. Had to get herself into position in order to stall that. Linda Chanu. Linda knocks it forward. That's a lovely ball. And trying to replicate that while she fed off her teammate as well. Unfortunately not the case. And now pressure from Abigail Antwi. Brought down. But referee says that was more of an entanglement there. Manoj Joshi absolutely clear with his instructions. And Abigail Antwi this time had to get past a marker. Was slightly tough on that occasion. And Kavya Pakirisamy coming up for another corner here, another set piece. Set pieces are always merchants of doom, they say, in football, especially when they are so early. Creates a lot of confusion. Kavya hits it towards the far side. Another one of those knocks forward can be challenging. And Nirmala Devi failing to get a touch on it. Or else Ribansi Jamu could have been under the pump. It was a lovely setup, to be honest, from Ruchi. Nirmala, in fact Nirmala did get a touch to it, but she just couldn't channel it goal bound. The ball maintained its trajectory despite Nirmala getting that touch. Had Nirmala imparted a bit of tweak to the ball's direction, it could have been a different tale altogether. But for now, it isn't. With positive football, good candidate in football from both sides. Abigail Antwi. Antwi looking for options with a quick turn, enters the box. And that's a very good clearance there from Linda Chanu. She knew it very well. Abigail Antwi. You give her space in the box, you're inviting trouble for yourself. And again, a phenomenal clearance there from Sanfida Nongram. And that's Akshay only for you. Garhwal United coach. Slightly reticent in terms of watching the game, but reads it extremely well. Another cross from the right. That was an exorbitant cross. Malavika unable to get it right, unable to drop the ball from where a possible challenge could have been created for the Garhwal United goalkeeper Ribansi Jamu. Well, Linda Chanu, she's not feeling well. Just a few moments ago took that blow, and for now look like he's gone down. Akshayoni might have to bring about a forced change early on. And Linda Chanu being one of the finest of the weapons that he has, he'll have to think otherwise. Again, a front-on collision, not really easy to take. It has its repercussions, and I think she's kind of feeling the heat as well, despite the fact that it's a winter afternoon. But when you play for 90 minutes out in the center, it comes up with its fair shares of challenges. Your body reacts in different ways, and at times the heat gets to you as well. For now though, it looks like Linda Chanu, she'll continue. She's back on her feet. Just needed a bit of a breather. Linda Comserto lays it off into the box once again. Malavika into the box rather. It does well. Quickly turning around and once again losing possession. Sanfida Nongram, she's been brilliant, and just take a look at how she goes on a solo drive. almost unstoppable, almost impregnable in her will. Malavika now from the right. Malavika cutting in sharply. Malavika switches it. Excellent ball. Another chance in the making, but just before she could pull the trigger, it was jammed in front of her. Well defended, but Malavika once again finds Nirmala. Lays it forward. Another cross towards the far side, and a strong hand to it. Kavya Pakirisamy in pursuit, but won't make it. Cleared away for a throw-in. Well, a change has been brought on, and that is Jyoti Junior coming on in place of Linda Chanu.
Jersey number 22, Linda is replaced by jersey
It's
number
more
16,
of
Jyoti Junior.
a forced change because Linda Chanu, she clearly looked like she was in trouble. And Akshay only didn't want to take any chance. Last game, of course, goes without saying. The emotions are kind of strong when it's the last game of the first phase. You'll be getting another game after a while, so you would want to play it out, but then at the end of the day, nothing beats your safety. And with Jyoti Junior coming in, I think the challenge now gets a lot more complicated here for Garhwal United, because they now have a fairly inexperienced name in the mix. Corner. Floated towards the far side. A bit of confusion, but nonetheless, the ball kept in. Is it? No. Referee says the ball had already crossed. So, yes, there was a bit of confusion coming in, but I think had to react slightly earlier. Another cross. Another chance. That was an extraordinary leap altogether. Well, she didn't get the ball all right, but then when it comes to jumps, that certainly could have been a medal-winning Olympic jump if done right. But nonetheless, this is football, so it's a different tale. And now Garhwal United, they managed to win the ball, only to concede that in no time at all. Tokcham Martina coming forth, collecting it, and pushing it back to Angela. Some blockade out in the center. More intent being shown. Possession falls back. Nirmala does well to win the ball. And momentum coming in from the right. Abigail Antwi. Abigail with the cross. No runner, no taker. Kavya keeps that in play. Kavya flicks it back. Another cross launched forward. A one back nicely. But then Sanfina Nongrum, she does well. An extremely hardy play. And that's a good crossfield ball altogether. Kept under control by Ling De Kim. Ling De Kim knocking it forward. This can be trouble in the making. Sanfina Nongrum trying to penetrate into the box, muscle down. Referee's blown the whistle. And a free kick going against her. That was a fine tussle. Yeah, both the players, no one willing to give in. And Nirmala Devi, the kind of experience that she has, knew exactly what to do in this particular juncture. Knew that she couldn't lose the ball, she couldn't lose the tussle out against Nongrum. Garhwal United now looking dangerous. Ling De Kim. The only problem is that they are missing out on numbers. When attacking, if they can commit more numbers to their cause, the story can be different. You can hear everyone extremely excited. You can hear the passion. You can hear the screams and joy and shouts of excitement altogether. Does well, Deepika Pal, but then the turn and the shot forward. That was not exactly where she wanted it to be taken care of. Another quick turn there. Nice bit of maneuvers altogether, controlling the center. First 15 minutes in, still no goals. The change has already been made where Jyoti Jr. was brought into the act. That first 21 minutes have elapsed. Again, you need to rush a bit. Malavika this time just she wanted to hurry all right, but she couldn't garner herself to be around the ball. Or else it could have been a different story. It could have been a different tale altogether. But it wasn't the case. Nongrum. Jyoti now managing that left wing. Small, slow passes has been played. One can hear Linda. Stay up is what Manoj Joshi has to say. And quite obviously, when you have someone like Linda Setu, who's been in phenomenal touch, whose dexterity in goal scoring has been propelling your team to the promised land, why wouldn't you? Because, there will be times where players like Linda Setu, they can make a lot of difference. Tonked forward. Still trying to stick to it. And they do well actually. Jyoti came on as a substitute and so far has looked good. Not really shaky despite being inexperienced. Always up for the challenge. And I think that's the mindset that one will be eyeing for. Because in a top flight league like this, you have to defend against the best, which improves your game as well. But at times you come out at very uncomfortable junctures. And now here's an attack in the making. Malavika. Malavika with another forward cross. Glanced away. And this time the ball not really where it should have been. Bhavina Devi will be unhappy about that. Good movement and a long ball forward. Decent clearance there from Anjala Subba. But one back as well. And the second ball that was struck went straight into the hands of Anjala Subba. She is a woman who has a lot of experience altogether and does well to quickly restore herself back to position so that she could collect the ball without a fuss. That's important. That's very, very important as a goalkeeper. That could have been a decent ball, but again, just getting the connection wrong. You can see that a few gaps are opening up in the Setu Football Club defense. And Garhwal United, they're trying to rally around it all. They're trying to come up with something to break down that defense ahead of them. And for now, as things stand, it looks like the referee's blown the whistle. Laying down the law, the first 25 minutes, we have seen a few jitters hither and yon, a few nervy moments, and a few quick flashes altogether.
Block one line. If you are pressing, block one line, Malu.
Again, knocked back. Wonderfully controlled again. Trying to break free. Kavya Pakiri Sami, but Kavya, that touch of hers, the first touch of hers, was a tad too shaky. Getting the ball out from her reach. Kavya, still on it. Kavya. And it goes out for a corner. Kavya Pakiri Sami doing well there. And Fragrancy Rowan, I think she's trying to protest, possibly telling the referee the last touch might have come off her. But nonetheless, you'll have to take a call at the end of the day. Another corner.
Follow the ball! Follow the ball!
Called in. The header goes wide. Setu Football Club keeps on amplifying their charge. And every time there's a set piece, there are troubling signs. The writing on the wall is getting ominous for Garhwal United. But apart from that, from open play, they are starting to garner that foothold of theirs in the last few minutes. They're trying to claw their way back. They still haven't conceded. Sanfida actually does well to lay it forward. The idea wasn't bad. She wanted to go for a back flick. There was a player circling around. And if she could just get the ball there, a quick turn, and you never know what followed next. Another all-elusive ball. We can see too many long passes being played. Too many aerial balls as well. And the aerial balls not really finding their targets. And that is why, despite all the gung-ho, all the belligerence so far, we haven't yet seen a goal in this fixture. Instructions from Manoj Joshi. Go for the high press. Don't let your opposition breathe. Try and snatch the ball away. Wonderfully done. Decent interception. And now Kavya Pakiri Sami. Kavya hammers it straight into the hands of Rabansi Jamu. Easy pickings for her as well. Garhwal United for now focused on just reacting. They just want to get the ball out of harm's way. There's no rush that they have. Malavika from the right. She's got some space, but she'll have to use that speed of hers, but once again gets it wrong. Nirmala, decent cover. Nirmala with the cross and the ball rattling the woodwork. Linda Comstato at the far side. Broke free in a flash. No chance there. Once again, Nirmala, what a delivery. Eluded all the leaping heads there. Abigail Antwi was the first one in line. Could have actually pummeled it harder if she would have connected, but nonetheless, it's a corner. Another set piece. And once again, the seeds of doubt. Towards the far side, Abigail Antwi. Her header has been repelled. Danger's not over. Malavika takes a shot along the carpet, blocked by her own teammate. Once again, Malavika wins it. And trying to switch it far wide on the right. On the left, in fact. That was a lovely, lovely move in the making, to be honest. But again, didn't really see the light of the day. Kavya trying to go for a bit of a back flick. A bit of a heel flick there. Not to be. Now through the center, Jyoti Jr. Plays it to Sanfida. Sanfida with a lovely step over. Goes for that outside dodge. Releases it to Jyoti. Jyoti comes up with a crossfield delivery. Chests it down. Martina. Nirmala. Nirmala will have to rush. And Nirmala kind of startled with the sudden surge in speed there from Garhwal United. Wasn't the worst of strategies, to be honest. Just trying to leave their opposition a bit too overwhelmed with that speed, with that high press. But they had to return empty-handed. All the way to Angela Sopa. And Angela, quick to react actually. Quick to react, quick to get into position. That's one strong point of Angela. He towers above her opposition. That is another lovely ball forward. Abigail need to get that touch right. Has gone into the box. Abigail with the minus, a chance. And that's going to be a corner. Linda Comserto almost broke free and could have actually channeled it into the net if only she could have got a touch. But Abigail Antwi, what a fine run there. Left not one but two defenders caught in a rut. Once again, a bit of a hold up for now because of the treatment. Linda Comserto just a few moments ago twisting with possibly the first opening of the day. What should have been a close enough chance if she would have got the connection right. Looks like another bit of an injury concern. She's all right. Needed some ice. Manoj Joshi watching on very closely.
Come on, Nimra, better delivery, come on. Malu, go inside now, Malu. Babina, you go inside. Malu, you stay there.
Nirmala with the corner.
Come on, Martina.
Nirmala towards the far side. Martina using that towering height of hers, and once again the woodwork.
Good effort.
The woodwork standing tall beneath fate, between fate and the Setu FC players. That's the second time now the woodwork has played spoil sport. Kopcha Martina using that height of hers, coming up with a towering leap and a strong header as well. But so far so good for Garhwal United. They stay alive, they still don't concede. And they are a team that will eventually turn a lot more dangerous in the second half. They like to soak the pressure early on. They don't go on an offensive right from the word go. They take their time. And just when the time's right, just when they figure out that their opposition is starting to tire out, that's when they hit them the hardest. Now the ball forward, but for whom? All the way to Rebansi Jamu, and Rebansi, she'll keep on rolling it along the carpet. Rebansi knocking it forward. This time the ball going out of play. Throw in. Does well there, Esther. All the way back to Rebansi. Alka.
Go now, go, win the ball.
Some pressure now. Abigail Antwi on the lookout. And Rebansi just getting the ball rolling in no time at all. Back to Doreen Graham. Doreen decides to switch it all the way back to Angela. Martina just a few moments ago came up with a crucial header. Almost found a teammate, but then she couldn't place the head into the net. The ball bouncing off the woodwork. Another attack in the making for Setu Football Club. Good controlled aggression. And an effort from distance straight into the hands of Rabansi Jamu. No real challenge. Bhavina Devi came up with the shot.
Take this ball. Lovely, good one. Ball it up.
And that has been taken care of. Comfortable clearance at the end of the day.
Malo. He's facing on the player. Be ready. Yes.
Right now, Setu Football Club, they are not really focused on trying to go headlong. They just want the possession to be at their feet, which is a very good call. In the box there, looking for options. That's an incredible layoff, but then a bit too late to react to that. And now Lingdekim, but Lingdekim loses out possession, won away by Ruchi. Ruchi has been brought down. The referee blowing the whistle, awarding a free kick for Setu Football Club. She'll need some time. Again, not really happy with the call, of course. And eventually understands that we'll have to make way there. Not too many options, to be honest, for Lingdekim. An excellent attacker.
Dorin.
They're just getting the necessary personnel in place. A ballooning free kick, and Ribansi Jamu actually does well. Tempers flaring there between her and Kavya Pakirisamy. But then she latched onto the ball with intent. The assertion out there, wonderful. And that's the tussle of spirits that we talk about. And now through the center, Ruchi again. Ruchi finding a teammate on the extreme left who checked her run to just bring the ball back in control. Now that's a good ball and a decent header as well. Just in time. Knew that had to come up with something, couldn't allow the free flow of the ball. Not the best of passes. Stopped in its tracks there. Taking some time and again getting it wrong. That should be a throw in here for Garhwal United. At times the game is flapping its wings majestically. The free flow, the attacks that's coming in, it's looking incredible, but then at times the game's coming to a standstill, to be honest. Hardly finding its momentum. Possession being exchanged very quickly. Last 5 minutes of regulation time, but there will be a considerable amount of extra time which will be given, considering the fact that a couple of injuries happened, one of which led to a forced change already.
Organize. It's okay. No problem. Come on. Organize, guys.
And straight through the center. Nicely done. Esther trying to launch it forward, but it was intercepted. Malavika. Nirmala as well. Back with Martina. Martina is another one of those senior players and definitely a leader in the defense. Dr. Martina. That could have been a fine ball. But I think Kavya Pakirisamy, she knew it well that the ball had to cross the defender. She didn't go for an overlap and the ball rolling out of the pitch. Still stays with Rabansi. Rabansi release it to her left. The game exactly hasn't got into a tempo where it's going to be an all-flight and all guns blazing aggression from any of the teams. Malavika. Wonderfully done there. Esther Tingjukim reading the ball well, relaying that. Nirmala actually did well, but then Sanfina Nongrum was quick to block the way. Brabansi sends it flat, straight into the feet of her opposition actually. That's some good resistance from Malavika, not willing to let the ball go. A bit of a back pass. Rabansi had to come up with a thumping clearance. And now a bit of an awkward bounce. The falling team could lay claim to it. Decent defending there from Shivumi, from Setu Football Club. And now they keep on going, they keep on driving from the left only to run short of space as the ball rolls out of the park. Throwing there for Durga. Again, fine clearance. Garhwal United, we've said this before. They're extremely strong in terms of their defense despite Linda Chanu being taken off. I think Jyoti Jr. has done an incredible job of plugging the gap that Linda Chanu has left behind in a wake. You can see Akshay Unni talking to her players. Last minute of regulation time remaining in the first half. Wonderfully blocked there by Abigail Antwi. Malavika hasn't really made much headway, and once again that motive, it remains the same. Time and time again Malavika keeps on going on from the right, but time and time again she has been stalled by Alka Indwar. Alka coming out on top over. I think she's right now it's Jyoti and Alka mixing together, combining well. And Ribansi Jamu, she's been an absolute stalwart under the sticks. The collections coming out of the line whenever needed, and at times just staying out there, rooted to her position, ensuring the fact that she's getting hold of the ball. That sets her apart from anything else. Six minutes of additional time at the end of first half.
There will be
Again, could have been a lovely ball, could have been an absolute defense splitter. And now momentum coming in. More pace from the left, does well to get past that first defender. But then the first touch, it took the ball away. And now what a delivery, could have been trouble. However, Angela Subba says, don't worry, I'm still here. Standing tall, like a guardian of the goal. Another attempt. But then that has been repelled away. That's a cheap concession. Malavika wins it. Malavika will have to break free from Jyoti. Malavika now does what was the needful. Malavika, lovely step over, cuts in sharply. Kavya goes for a shot from range and balloons it out of the ground once again. Malavika, she was possibly looking for the shot herself, then realizes that she's walked into a very tough blockade. So eventually decides to lay it off for Kavya Pakirisamy. Kavya, I think the distance that she was trying to scale, that could have been overwhelming. Should have tried to find one of her teammates, should have tried to hold on to the ball and given herself a better chance. But nonetheless, at times you have to pull the strings, even if you don't want it, maybe just relying on that self-confidence of yours. Oh my word, that's an absolute howler. Ling Kim wins it, lays it off for her teammate, but then she fails to capitalize as well. Riba Karsing, she was taking position, and Linda Kim actually came up with a decent cross. Jyoti giving a stern test to Malavika. Malavika over and over again, unable to just break free. They might have to look for other options here. They've got Karen Pius, they've got Grace Honhar, and they have got T. Hashika as well. Hashika usually a defender, but can play as that finger if needed. This time the free kick going Garhwal United's way. Let's see if Garhwal United, they can suddenly turn the tide of the game and secure a goal in the dying embers of the first half. A good ball into the box. Nongrum goes for a crossfield ball. Riba Karsing will have to keep it in control. Riba does well to win a throw-in. Still with Riba. Not the most promising throws, and more importantly, the touch that followed suit, that was all over the place. Dr. Martina hammers it in front, all right, but then it has been waylaid and intercepted. And now can be a chance here. Wonderful defending. A sliding tackle, which is just opportune enough. And now Kavya with another cross and another clearance. And Sanfida, brilliant. Through the center, can she dash forward? Not to be. Doreen Graham standing tall like a closed gate. That's not opening today. And now some urgency being shown by both the sides. Some fast-paced action was what they were hoping for. Wonderfully done by Ruchi. Ruchi just trying to lay it in front. And Linda Comserto trying to find Abigail Antwi. None of them happened. Malavika wins it back. But Malavika, she's really having challenges to get past her marker on the right. But once again, up against Talka, up against Jyoti at times. Another crossfield ball headed away. Not for long though, possession falls back. Abigail turning around. The loud appeal, referee quickly blowing the whistle, awarding a free kick just at the edge of the penalty box there. Can very well be one last crescendo, one last song before the final whistle of the first half goes on. And Ribansi Jamu, she understands one thing, that this is not a position that you will try or you will like to concede a free kick from. Linda Comserto is going to be the one to deliver that. Can she find the net here? Can she rattle the deadlock? Linda Comserto, brilliant save from Ribansi Jamu. Eye for eye, they say. A rolling for an Oliver, they say. It was an excellent free kick. And Ribansi Jamu, extending herself, extending her wingspan, came up with a crucial hand to the ball, palming it away as the first half pans out goalless. One might say tactically an excellent half of football. Both the teams coming up with their fair
Ladies
shares of
and
chances.
gentlemen, the score at the half-time
Unfortunately,
is
none of
Setu
them
Madurai
unable
0,
to break
Garhwal
free
United Football Club
from the
0.
shackles imposed on them. Despite a forced change for Garhwal FC, Garhwal United FC, they ensured the fact that they hung in there. And truth be told, Setu Football Club, despite a couple of very closely knitted chances, they are still to crack open the code of dominance. We'll take a look at the highlights of the first half. Things started on a bit of a sloppy note for them, but then quickly possession started oscillating from one end to the other. It was a lovely, lovely run, and then eventually the shot from Ernestine Tete went straight to the goalkeeper. And this should have been put away. Nirmala came so close, yet couldn't make the most of it. And Ribansi Jamu showing how good she is, her control, her understanding of the ball's trajectory, and her reading of when to come out of that line, that has been impressive. However, a couple of times, Sethu Football Club, they were unlucky. Linda Comserto struck the woodwork, and here Linda didn't even get a shy. And then Martina with that crucial header, Abigail Antwi smashing the woodwork for a second time. Another effort from distance, but straight into the hands of Ribansi Jamu. And Ribansi Jamu, she's been incredible. Over and over again, collecting balls as if this is her playground and the others are just trading on it. Wonderful stuff. And that was that free kick a few moments ago. Wonderful save there. And that is how the first half came to an end. Scoreline at the end of the first half: Garhwal United FC 0 and Setu Football Club 0. We'll take a short breather and be back with the second half. Stay tuned, everyone. Hello everyone, we are back for the second half of the contest.
Teams of Sethu Madurai
We've got a
and
couple of
Garhwal
changes here
United Football Club
for
for the second half.
Garhwal United. We've got Mamta Kumari making her way to the center. We'll quickly confirm the changes. One of them for sure is Mamta Kumari, and we're underway for the second half of the battle. And as things stand,
For Garhwal United Football Club, jersey number 27
it's still goalless here.
is replaced by jersey number 15, Mamta.
Excellent.
So Alka Endwar has been taken off, and Mamta Kumari making her way to the center. It looks like just that one change for now, not two in fact. So just that solitary change made by Akshay only. Goes without saying, Setu Football Club, they will be hoping to get that early goal if they are to create the pressure on Garhwal United.
Wally, come back! You come back, Wally! Rina, come back! Yes, that's it!
Throw in from Nirmala. With the cross there, headed away. Apologies, repelled away. And that's the confirmation. Mamta Kumari in place of Alka Endwar. A couple of quick touches to the center. The ball with a bit of a bounce on that. Does well to stick to it. Trying to knock it forward, not to be. Kavya misses out. Heavy first touch. The first touches from Kavya and Malavika has been questionable today. Oh, trouble. Angela coming out of that line, just trying to clear the ball, jammed it straight at the defender. Lucky for her that there wasn't anyone from Garhwal United close by who could have punished that mistake. And now Abigail Antwi from the right trying to get in a bit of speed out there, showing that finish that she has and will be a corner at the end of the net. Takes a deflection of Mamta Kumari as the ball gets out of the park. Mamta coming on in the second half.
Number 9, Mamta, number 9. Jyoti, तेरा नहीं है वो, तेरा पीछे आएगा. Mamta पीछे आ जा, शाबाश.
Kavya Pakirisamy. All set to deliver the corner. Taking some time, of course. Kavya floats it into the traffic. Ribansi heads it away. Danger's not over though. But once again, not a commanding maneuver from Sethu Football Club at all. Ribansi Jamu got a hand to it. And then a very emaciated header. Comfortably collected by Ribansi. And that pops out of the yard as well. Will be a throw in. Again, a bit of momentum being attempted there. Abigail Antwi. Looks like there is a massive difference today between Abigail Antwi and Lindacom Setu. Lindacom Setu and Abigail, they usually play in very close proximity to each other, complementing each other well enough. And Ribansi Jamu almost making a capital error. Slammed the ball straight at the Marauder. But nonetheless, Akshay only okay with that, because again, she didn't have to pay the price. And that definitely will be a foul. That was a flattering push altogether on Lindacom Setu coming in from Deepika Pal. And again, a very good position to have a free kick from. And the moment it's a set piece, Setu Football Club starting to throw in numbers in the box. Brabansi clearing out whatsoever obstacles in her sights. Here's the free kick and a glancing header, and somehow Brabansi keeps it out of harm's way. Danger's not over, there's still a corner to come. But for now it has been taken care of. It could have been an own goal. And Brabansi just managing to stop the ball from going into the net. That's the kind of intensity, that's the kind of urgency that you want to witness over and over again. We'll take a look once again. That was the cross, and Brabansi so far has been electric. One save after the other. Has been an absolute leader, has been a ferocious, a fierce protector of her own goal. Yes, the woodwork did help her, but as they say that fortune favors the brave, so has been the case. Another set piece now to follow, another corner. Setu. They gun it into the traffic, a bit too far and a bit too powerful. And Tocha Martina, she's not gonna make it in time. That's Manoj Joshi, the coach of Setu Football Club. Abigail Antwi finds her way back, but that's wonderfully done. Now through the center, Lindecom Serto relays it to Kavya Pakirisamy. Kavya again blocked. Both the wings of Setu Football Club. It has been rescinded. Oh my word! After all the saves, a goal has come from practically nothing. A long shot from Durga. Even she cannot believe it. The ball has just bobbled awkwardly. And by the time Brabansi Jamu could react, the ball crossed her and imbricated itself into the net. After all the maneuvers, after all the moves, the belligerence, the gung-ho, the aggression, the goal that came, it came from an incredulous situation. There you go. A toothless ball. And anybody would have felt that it should have been an easy picking for the goalkeeper. But not really sure what was going on in the mind of Brabansi Jamu. There was a bit of curl, all right. And Durga P, she's got her team the first goal. Doesn't matter how it came. On another day, we could have called it a screamer. Even she had the expression, oh my word, how did the ball go in? And now Garhwal United, their task gets a lot more daunting here. And they wouldn't like to go down, for sure. In football, at times, we see a few glorious goals and we see a few incredulous goals. That was certainly of a latter category. Just when it felt like the game was lulling itself into something sedate, Abigail trying to find Linda. Back to Abigail. Turning around with consummate ease, still goes on in the box. But this time it will be a goal kick. Abigail believes that it should have been a corner. The final touch came of a Garhwal United player. Kavya does well to win the ball. Linda squaring off Abigail. Abigail Antwi, not the best of balls, but falls back at her feet.
Go back. Martina, go back. Martina, go back to your position.
Doreen Graham will have to rush now. Some press again. Ling Kim. Will she come forth? Dr. Martina. Back to Doreen. Doreen pummels it forward. Onto the left. Kavya. Kavya goes on and on and on. Excellent ball. And now more pace. Malavika with the minus. Another long ranger. And oh my word. Had that been in the frame of the goal, I don't think Krimansi Jamo would have flinched. That was a thunderous strike there from Babina Devi. Just couldn't get the target right. Pressure. In games like these, the moment you concede the first goal, there's something that changes. And it's an irreversible change. You drop momentum. It needs the heart of a warrior, the heart of a gladiator. If you have to fight your way back, just because you have been struck doesn't mean that you have been struck down. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your strategy. You have to stick to your guns. Get your fundamentals right. And fight back with everything possible. Linda Comsoto. Linda plays it to Ruchi. Ruchi gets it to Kavya. Kavya looks like, yes, the ball did cross the line. Kavya Pakirisamy didn't really have a very good day, to be honest, but has fought with every atom in her body, has fought with every sinew in her body. That's what she does well. Not always will she have a great day in office. Against Shribhumi, she had an excellent day in office. Once again, knocked forward and no one around to latch on to the ball. Garhwal United, after all the hard work, when you tend to lose momentum, when you tend to concede a goal suddenly, it creates unnecessary pressure upon you. Now through the center. A good ball onto the right here. They keep on going. They keep on driving with intensity. More power maybe. And that will be a corner. Another set piece. And once again, confusion and chaos reigning supreme. Kavya Pakirisamy, she'll be the one to deliver that. And she's all set to call that a goal bound here. Kavya with the corner. Another header, another chance, and just flashed away in the last ember. Troubles now aplenty here for Garhwal United. Feels like they have just pried open the Pandora's box and there's no closing it anymore. Every single time across the corner, a free kick comes floating in. There's an SOS call being emitted. At this time, the corner fired with all power. Another effort from distance, but miscued there. The ball flying out of the park for a goal kick. Dr. Martina failing to connect that. Ruchi, she's got a goal in the tournament as well. Now that's a cheap concession. Linda wins it, but Linda fails to breach the barrier of Ernestine Tete. But that's well done though. Kavya now from the left. Back to Durga. Durga, the goal scorer. Somewhere from here, she converted. Another cross floated in. Linda fails to capitalize. Referee says play on. Possession stays alive. Malavika rifles home. The insurance goal has arrived. And Sethu Football Club, now they can be comfortable. They can breathe a massive sigh of reprieve.
Goal for Setu Madurai, scored by jersey number 11, Malavika.
The ball eluded everyone, fell at the feet of Malavika, and Malavika kept on going. At the goal in the sights, and whack-a-mole goes her. No hesitations, no second thoughts, no second guesses. One clean swing of that right foot.
Garhwal United Football Club, jersey number
And the ball
11,
in the net.
Viva, replaced by jersey number 13, Mona.
Good one, Angela. Excellent, Angela.
Another change made by Garhwal United. And that's the inclusion of Monisha Singha in place of Riba Parsing. More enforcements coming in.
Go, Abby, come on. Letting go, see. No, on with you, no on.
Once again, Kavya Pakirisamy, she was not going to make it there in time. In the second half, this was all, we said this before, it's a matter of that one goal where it all changes. Once again, Linda Comserto! Linda Comserto! She never misses. She never fails. And that's exactly what she's done.
Setu Madurai, scored by jersey number
3-0 now.
9, Linda.
They're running away with the game. Garhwal United, with all the resistance, with all the defiance, now practically has crossed the Rubicon of despair. That was a gift on offer. The festive seasons have gone. And Brabansi Jamu, there's hardly anything that she could have done. She went full stretched. She had to clean up her teammates' mess. But again, at times, no matter how good of a goalkeeper you are, there's nothing that you can do if you don't have the support. And now more attacks. Once again, cheap concession. Linda still on the ball. Plays it to Abigail. Linda takes it on her left foot. That was a weak foot. And pummeling it straight into the hands of Brabansi Jamu. How much more will Brabansi do? She's just one of them out of the 11 players. But once again, they're snatching the ball away. It looks like now it might turn out to be a humiliation. They'll have to quickly stop giving away the ball. They're giving it away so easily. Feels like there's utter chaos. And there's no one to lead them out of it. And feed on wrong room. That's a good touch, Kavya. And Kavya trying to be cheeky. But well read there by Fragrancy. Came up with a lovely close down. The first half, it was 0-0. Both the teams came close. But the second half, one strike from Durga. A gravity-defying strike, in fact. Was followed by two clean hits. One from Linda Comserto, another one from Malavika. And the defense of Garhwal United feels like they have disintegrated into thin air. There's no resistance and there's hardly any defiance at all. And now just playing those short passes, toying with the opposition, calling them into their own half. You have to snatch the ball, come out. Let's see what you have got. That's going to be a free kick for sure. Had a push from the back. The referee laying down the law. But what a run this has been for Setu Football Club. Malavika rifling one into the bottom right corner. Nirmala with the free kick. Nirmala pummels that towards the far side. Ribansi leaping forth. Didn't want to take any chances. It happens when you have just conceded a couple of goals, and that too for the error of your defenders. You have to think what's gone wrong. You have to think whom you can believe, whom you can play the ball to, which ones you can let go. It's another lovely ball, but this time Linda Concerto. She had a hand involved. And knowing it very well, she'll just come back. But she's got a goal. That's why she's so dangerous. That's why she is leading the charge for Setu Football Club. The captain's armband will tell you that her coach believes in her, expects her to get more goals. This time, again, a quick bit of movement. Free kick going Garhwal United's way. And it will be taken by Ernestine Tete. Ernestine knocks it forward. Abigail turning around. Sanfrida was nearby, so didn't want to take the risk. Another long ball. That has been taken care of, but possession now. Again, that was not needed. Could have just controlled that. Trying to play it to the left. Kavya Pakirisamy waiting. More press now. Abigail almost winning the ball there. And it could have been troublesome if Abigail would have actually waylaid that one. Because nothing stood between her and Ribansi Jamu. Good clearance. And easy pickings there. After a long time, Anjala Subba eventually collects the ball. She's been bored. You know, the ball didn't even come close in the second half. It's been all Setu Football Club. Once again, all the way to Ribansi. Ribansi knocks it to the right. It's going to be interesting to see if Manoj Joshi brings about a couple of changes here. Just to shake things up, you know. The free kick now given to Garhwal United. Durga this time. Fouling. But it was from Durga where it all started. That incredulous and unthinkable strike that she came up with. Breaks free. Trying to make the most of this move, but not to be twisting, turning there. Fragrancy Ruwan. Fragrancy was appealing there for a penalty. She said that I was the one fouled. I was the one brought down in the box. Why would the decision not go my way? And eventually disappointed, lets it go. To the center. Sethu now finds an option on the left as well. Kavya. Slightly overpowered. Now running forward. Decent run actually. And no rush there. Right now just getting the fundamentals. Durga with a crucial block. Some space out there on the left. Garhwal United possibly trying to bring in some force into the game, hoping to get one goal that might work as a consolation for now, and even might act as a beacon of hope altogether. Another quick throw and taken Ruchi to Durga. Durga eyeing for Kavya Pakirisamy, but Fragrancy does well. Gets the ball out for a throw-in. It will be Durga once again with the throw. Quickly taken. Linda Comserto with a quick twirl. Apologies. Martina. No one around. This tells you that the switch into a high line is because there's been hardly any pressure at all. Flag has stayed down. Kavya Pakirisamy needs to control those touches. The first touch that she has taken so far in most of the occasions today has been a letdown. And that's leading to further complications altogether. Nicely controlled, knocked forward, but once again topped from Martina. It's a bit too tough right now to beat her. She's got long livers, long reach as well. Wonderfully headed away. At the expense of a throw-in. Had no other options here. Had to come up with something similar.
It's okay. Wally is there for cover.
Another quick throw-in. This can be an opening there. Trying to lay it off into the stride of a teammate. But not to me. Decent clearance again. Despite the fact that the defensive structure of Garhwal United looks a lot more broken at this point in time. Once again, both the teams not really able to conjure with those picture-perfect crosses that you will usually expect from them. Once again, you're giving the ball away. Linda Comserto through the center. Linda Comserto finds Abigail. Abigail coming up with a couple of those touches before she could release the ball. She was trying to find Linda Comserto once again. But Linda, she just went inside. And now Abigail Antwi. Abigail once again hoping to find the right pass. But she has been fouled. Clipped from behind. Referees laid down the law. Straight away, free kick awarded to Setu Football Club. Manoj Joshi, he'll be a happy man before the first phase that comes to an end. His team leading 3-0. Nirmala. Oh wow! Wow! That will possibly be the goal of the tournament for me. Last night, Federico Valverde scored something similar for Real Madrid. And Nirmala Devi, she's just gunned a screamer. Setu Football Club has laid absolute waste to Garhwal United. Take a look at this. Beautiful, brilliant, magnificent. What a strike! What a clinical
Goal
hit!
for Sethu Madurai, scored by jersey number 3,
Wonderful.
Nirmala.
Two crazy goals. And Garhwal United feels like the remaining 15 minutes will be an agonizing wait for the final whistle. No trouble maybe. Lovely touch onto the right. Trying to create something for themselves. Garhwal United, consolation one might say. Some momentum, some hope before they conclude the first phase of the tournament. More attacks emanating. More aggression on the horizon. That's well headed. Had to be. Or else another attack could have come in. Abigail Antwi could have been menacing as well on the far right. Wonderfully captained play. At this time, a bit of miscommunication and almost pushing her out of the ball's way. She knew very well, Nirmala. With a smile, she'll be happy right now. That strike, that was marvelous. I mean, talk about bringing down the changes, talk about changing the equations. That certainly was a genre-defining strike. And a good free kick, and after a long time once again, Anjala Subba. That was not needed. I'm just frustrated right now. That's all it is. Linda Kim will have to return empty-handed. Kavya. Kavya trying to find Linda Setu, gets the pass wrong. All the way to Rabansi. Now Rabansi, you got a feel for her. Had an excellent first half. Second half started well. He actually started well, and then 4 goals. First goal was certainly her fault, but the next 3, it was just all over the place. That's a lovely ball forward. But Dr. Martina, she won't let an inch to her counterpart. Manisha Singha, in fact, will have to come back empty-handed. And that should be a foul, goes without saying. Kavya Pakirisamy definitely had the upper hand. And Fragrancy coming up with a challenge. A couple of changes locked and loaded here for Setu Football Club. We are bringing on Yumlam Lali and Shubhangi Subba.
Substitution for Sethu Madurai. Jersey number 9, Linda, is replaced by jersey number 18, Yumlam. And jersey number 6, Babina, is replaced by jersey number 44, Supa.
We restart action. Yumlam Lali now will have a chance. Abigail Antwi laying it off on the far right, will need some catching up to do. Does that well enough. Once again, looking so easy here. Malavika still with the ball. Malavika lays it off for a teammate, and the consequent shot just flying wide. That's a confirmation. Yumlam Lali coming in place of Linda Setu. And Shubhangi Subba replacing Babina Devi. What a game this has been. More troubles maybe. Right now, Garhwal United, they don't have anything positive to think about. They don't have anything to smile about this particular fixture. But it happens. It's a marathon league. Not always will things go your way. At times, you have to start thinking about where things are going wrong. You have to get back to the drawing board. And you have to recalibrate stuff. Wonderfully done.
Excellent. Very good.
Another long ball. Abigail Antwi doing well to chest it down. Still with Abigail. She's got options. An attempt from distance there. Shubhangi Subba. Clear away half-heartedly. The ball keeps on bobbling. Back with Abigail. Abigail this time failing to capitalize. But now the ball once again fell at the feet of Setu Football Club. And Yumlam Lali could have actually made the most of it. Shubhangi. Right now it feels like Setu Football Club, they've got magnets to their boots. They're attracting the ball like anything. So easy for them. At the other end, Garhwal United, they are not just able to come up with something that can change things.
Block one line. Go, pressure down. Come on, Lali. Lali. Keep going. Take this.
Words of encouragement there for Yumlam Lali from Manoj Joshi. Songprida Nongrum.
Closer down. Don't cover.
Decent ball to the far right. Monisha Singha. But once again, Monisha Singha unable to get past Kavya Pakirisamy. Throw-in. Sangfrida. Still with Sangfrida. And then everybody failed to understand what was the need of the hour. And Kavya launching it forward. Wonderfully done by Yumlam Lali, but then the pass was intercepted. Oh, this is brilliant. This can be a chance in the making. A bit of a tough angle, to be honest.
No corner.
Mamta Kumari could have released the ball earlier, could have actually tried to go in towards the goal, but not to be. Another change here. In fact, two changes being made here. T. Hosika, she's about to come on in place of Nirmala Devi.
Substitution for Setu Madurai. Jersey number 16.
And Angela Subba,
Angela is
she is
replaced
also
by jersey
going to take a
number
break.
Nandina.
Nandini is the one coming on. And Nandini straight away has a corner to save.
Don't use your hand.
Ling Kim will be the one to whip up the corner, but Hosika will be coming on as well.
See the ball.
Here comes the corner. Header! That's the first goal! For Garhwal United, finally something to look forward to. Consolation maybe. Some heart maybe.
Substitution for
But they'll
Setu
take it.
Madurai. Jersey number 3. Nirmala is replaced by jersey number 12.
And it's
Mushika.
Esther Tengjukim with the goal. Clean sheet goes out of the window. Fine corner. And Nandini, not the most promising welcome, to be honest. Lindikim placing it to perfection, finding the noggin of Esther Tengjukim. And she's made no mistake in blasting it home. Well powered. Seven minutes of regulation time remaining. 4-1.
Goal
Again,
for
too optimistic to say.
United Football Club, scored by jersey number 66, Esther.
Come on, Lali.
But if they can get a second goal here, this game might just have some life. Sanfrida finds an option to her right. Lies a lovely ball. Deflection along the way. Still Nongrum. Nongrum wanting to go forward, but four defenders never going to be easy. And eventually the ball that she released for Monisha Singha,
Come on, guys.
it went out to the park.
Don't be lazy.
Sanfrida Nongrum, she won't be happy. Throw in here. They'll have to catch a breath. Nothing too worrisome. Monisha. Sanfida. Good release onto the left. Esther switches it again. Can be a chance, is it? Did they manage to get the ball? Sanfida does. They are not convincing. And now a counter attack maybe. Oh, wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. Had to come up with the tackle. No other solutions there. Yumla Amlali, the way she got the ball into her stride, that was laudable. And here's a free kick for Thokcham Martina. Two changes happened a few moments ago for Setu Football Club. They brought in Nandini in place of Anjala Subba. And they have brought in Hosika. Another free kick there. Hosika replacing Nirmala Devi, who's scored an absolute screamer a few moments ago. And this free kick will be dispensed by Doreen Graham. Doreen launches it forward. Ling came running into a blockade of a couple of defenders. They almost jammed it down. Nandini. That's a decent bit of movement there. Once again, an attack in the brewing. Oh, that's wonderfully done. Lovely layoff in the box there. Nandini out of a position. And Doreen Graham comes out to her deliverance. Two more changes, locked and loaded.
United Football Club, jersey number 7.
Sanjita Devi
Frequency is replaced by
and
jersey number 2.
Yara Plang Nongrum.
And jersey number 20.
They are going to make their way in.
Is replaced by jersey number 9, Ida Plank.
Another corner. Shruti will be the one to take it. Shruti whips that in. Nandini collects that. Nandini is in a bit of trouble here. Not the most promising welcome that she expected. Yumla Amlali in pursuit, but Yumla Amlali won't make it. And suddenly Garhwal United, they have come to life here. They want more goals. Now that's a cheap concession. That is a cheap giveaway. Abigail Antwi had a very ordinary game today. Could have done better. Time and time again has been stuck. Again, a fine run to the center, and then eventually the consequent ball was sent all the way to Nandini.
The match is jersey number 23, Ruchi of Setu Madurai.
Nandini collects the ball, goes down, no real problem. And just as you heard the announcement, Ruchi has been awarded the player of the match. She hasn't scored goals, but she has been the fulcrum out in the centre. An incredible game of football. She stood tall. She's more like that shield that has not allowed Garhwal United to consolidate themselves. 4 staggering goals, the goal difference going up. The Setu Football Club. Sanfida does well, but Sanfida pummels it straight to Ruchi. Nice bit of effort, only for the ball to be conceded. This time a free kick will be given. We are in the last minute of regulation time. Whatsoever follows suit after this. Another change. Shushmita Jadhav is going to make her way in. A very young player, but a brilliantly
Substitution
talented
for
player.
Setu Madurai. Jersey number 99, Kavya, is replaced by jersey number 17, Shushmita.
Shushmita Jadhav.
Your ball, your ball, your ball.
Some game time before they break for
There will be 5 minutes of added
the
time.
break altogether. That's a lovely ball once again. Can be trouble in the making. But had to move fast. Had to quickly get hold of the ball. The angle was a bit too tough. She was going in diagonally, so obviously things would have been a lot more easier if that would have been a straightforward pass. A bit more power on the ball, maybe.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, Sushmita, go, 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 go.
We're getting quite a few
Your ball, do not turn.
info about today's player of the match, Ruchi. He started it young. But for now, danger still keeps on coming.
There, there. Your ball,
Headed away without any trouble at all.
Again, Lali.
Ruchi. She's completed a schooling from Sangam, Bihar. And just at 16 years old, she was voted as the Delhi League MVP. Tells you volumes about how incredibly well settled she is. And a very versatile player. No matter where her team needs her to be, she will deliver. That's how committed she is. And today, and in fact, so far in IWL, she's played as the central defensive midfielder for Setu Football Club. But apart from that, of course, even if needed, she can turn into an attacker as well. This tells you that how deep Setu Football Club comes in with. But Garhwal United, you've got to give them something. First half was absolutely brilliant. They looked Setu Football Club in the eye. But the second half, it felt like it was a paradigm shift altogether. It felt like they had conceded all momentum, all defiance that they had conjured in the first half. And there was a massive gap between the defense and the midfield. And Durga came up with a wonder strike. And from there on, it only went downhill. That's a lovely ball into the center. And repelled away in no time. Oh, this can be trouble. In the making, it is Abigail Antwi. 2 versus 1 it is. Abigail relays it to the right. The ball goes a tad too further. Had to get the pass right when there's no pressure on you. If you're unable to conjure the precision there, it becomes a bit too troublesome. Abigail Antwi today really had a tough outing. The last game she was phenomenal, but today she's not really got the runs right. I think one of the primary reasons is because she loves to play the centre forward. Today she was switched to more of a right winger, with Lindecom Soto being tasked with the onus of leading and spearheading the charge. Less than 90 seconds to go. And straight at the boots of Doran Graham. Doran knocks it to the net. And Shushmita Jadhav, she was caught offside. 60 seconds is what remains. 60 seconds to the celebrations. They'll have to rush for sure. Falls back for Abigail Antwi. Abigail, can she get something for herself? Storms into the box. The last touch came off Abigail. No questions about that. Moments away. Moments away before the final whistle is blown, and Setu Football Club, they cement their position in the second slot of the points table.
Steady. Ajin, steady. Steady.
Get on to 16 points.
Go, Ali.
Some high press towards the end. Shushmita
Good one, go.
around, now finds Shushmita. Shushmita with a cheeky pass. Abigail Antwi trying to go for the outrageous. A volley from that range. Could have just used her inside step, but that should be it. What a stunning victory here for Sethu Football Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Dictated
final
and
score
dominated the
is
game
Setu Madurai
with their will and
4,
skill.
Garhwal United Football Club 1. Congratulations to Setu Madurai for coming out victorious. Let's give them a huge
And
round
with this,
of applause.
we'll be drawing the curtains on the first phase of Indian Women's League. What a wonderful equation altogether. Top quality, top show of goals as well. And once again, player of the match for the day is Ruchi. And just was saying before a few moments ago, she started young, got the MVP of Delhi Premier League Women's at just 16 years old, which makes it very clear that she was always there, always looking for the charge. And that's the full-time scoreline. Setu Football Club 4, Garhwal United 1. Strikes from Durga, Malavika, Linda Com and Nirmala got the job done. Esther coming up with a late strike to get something of a consolation for herself. We'll take a quick look at the highlights of this game. The first half was more like both the teams going head to head against each other. Started off with a couple of quick maneuvers at both ends. And then a fine chance in the making, wonderful clearance altogether. And a straightforward collection for Anjala Subba as well. Anjala Subba definitely a strong contender, hailing all the way from Nepal. Nirmala could have actually put that to bed, but she didn't. But the chances never really stalled. But kudos to Rubansi Jamu. She came up with one save after the other. And then Shruti trying her luck from range, only ended up depositing the ball into the hands of Anjala Subba. And this time, Linda Comserto, she got unlucky. The ball kissing the woodwork after breaking free from her boots. And then another fine corner that was wonderfully set up by Tokchom Martina. But the header from Abigail Antwi just didn't hit the target. Long rangers failed to find the line of the day in the first half, but in the second half, two crazy long rangers scored a couple of wonderful goals. Both the teams kept on trying their luck from range, especially Setu Football Club in the first half. That was Linda Comserto with a phenomenal free kick, only to be denied by Rubansi Jamu. She was certainly the hero of the first half, as Garhwal United stayed in the game. The second half, however, took a completely different turn altogether. That corner, once again, blocked away by Rubansi. And then a fine free kick. The glancing header, almost an own goal, but Rubansi took care of it. And then, out of nowhere, a bit of misjudgment, and the ball ending up into the net. Durga with an expression of incredulity that how did the ball go in from there? But the goal did come, and there were smiles all along. Celebrations started. And that is how it all started. From there on, it was sheer agony. Another fine long ranger just couldn't hit the bullseye. The lovely corner and flushed away just in the nick of time. And then came the second goal. Malavika snatched the ball and rifled one into the bottom corner. Lindekom missed it out, and despite the resistance of not one but two defenders, Malavika was willing to go all the way. Then a couple of cheap concessions led to further agony as Lindekom struck from range, and despite a full-fledged dive from Rabansi Jamu, there was no stopping it. The ball was always going into the back of the net. 3-0, and there was no looking back. Lindekom Setu was absolutely exhilarating today. Led the charge, and then came this one. A master strike, a masterclass from range. Watch it as many times as you want. You won't get something as glorious as this, as wonderful as this. And Nirmala Devi, the joys were palpable. The smiles kept on taking the skies. And then that consolation strike, one might say. Fine corner from Lingdekim, headed home by Esther Tingjukim. But that wasn't enough. The full-time scoreline: Garhwal United FC 1, Setu Football Club 4. Thank you everyone for joining in. And there you go. Strikes from Durga, Malavika, Lindekom and Nirmala doing the job for Setu Football Club. Thank you everyone for joining in. We'll see you again sometime soon.